So we're live now.
Okay. Hi, everyone. Very good evening to all of you. So we are here with all FMG aspirants. So last 1 month, the most important last 1 month. So I'm sure so many of you are having so many queries. So that's why we are here for you people. And with me, we have Dr. Rajiv Dhawan sir, Dr. Sandeep sir. Obviously, these are senior mentors, and these are the godfathers for so many FMG aspirants, right? So first of all, so I would like to start with Dr. Rajiv Dhawan sir. Sir, so many students have this kind of query, कि, sir, I'm not able to perform well in the mock exams and I have left few subjects. So what to do, sir?
Yes, sir. Thank you very much, Nadeem sir. And it's a very common, question also. I'm not prepared enough for the certain number of subjects. How to approach? It's not a time to go exhaustive now. The last 30 days now. In these 30 days, you can just do now PYQ based, very selective study of those subjects, because if you start doing a lot of new things now, you will not get time to revise what you have done properly previously. And the problem is, if you don't see the content now, even if done subject very nicely, unfortunately, it won't yield the biggest, outcome for you. So the practical rational approach would be now go super high yield PYQ based for those subjects where you are actually lacking. And second part of the question was about the GT and the mock scores. My dear friends, again and again we have been telling that grand test and mock test, you should always look at them, as an assistive tools. Always look at the analysis of the grand test or the mock test, which subject are very much weak for you consistently, and reserve the morning 2 hour or 2.5 hour for those subject revision only. Guys, there is no correlation between the bad mock results or the bad GT results with the real exam results, provided the last 30 days are absolutely utilized properly. And that's why we are here for, to create a strategy for you to what to do in these 30 days. Nadeem sir.
Okay, sir. Sir, well explained, sir. So I'm sure so many students had the same query, but they have got their answer. Dr. Sandeep, sir, when a student is asking, कि, sir, I'm not able to sleep, I'm having so much of anxiety. And like in last 1 month, how many more GTs I should be writing?
Thank you so much, sir. Good evening, everyone. First of all, if you are having anxiety, you are absolutely doing okay. It's normal. In fact, if you're not having anxiety, then you should be asking, why am I not having anxiety? So, having a bit of anxiety is good. It's normal, it's natural, it's human, and everyone is feeling anxiety right now. So, you are not alone. So, accept it. Just don't let it overpower you. Don't let it convert into a negativity or, making you do random things, irrational things. Don't fall into FOMO. Just accept it that there is, see, end of the day, it's a battle, it's an exam. But you have done well so far. Next 1 month, just focus on keeping this anxiety aside, how I can channelize it better, so that I'm able to revise better. And secondly, sir, in case, what was the question you asked, sir?
Like in last 1 month, like in total, how many more GTs I should be writing?
GTs. Okay, sir. Sir, GTs, see, I would say after 21st of July, no GT should be given, because then last 5 or 7 days should be devoted entirely towards theory, getting your sleep cycle correct, doing some high yielding stuff, and getting a bit of MCQ practice. But last week GT, I am not personally a fan of that. Before that, we have about 30 days to go. So maybe 2 to 3 GTs if you can sneak in, and each GT should be followed by analysis of the GT, so that you can find what are your stronger and weaker areas, stronger and weaker subjects. And apart from that, you should focus. Many of you will be there who have not touched upon a subject yet. So still there is sufficient time. I would not say to go into the details of the videos, but selected topics, PYQs, PYTs, you can definitely do. So instead of, doing only 17 subjects and sitting in the exam, right now, just try that those 1 or 2 or 3 subjects, if they are pending, whatever is best possible, a quick revision program, or maybe 10 topics per subject, along with PYQs from 18 to 24. If you do it and then you revise it also once, you have a very good fighting chance. So over to you, sir.
Okay, sir. Yes. Dr. Priyan sir is also here. So I'm sure so many students were waiting for Priyan sir also. Yes, Priyan sir,
Good evening. Good evening, sir.
Dr. Ajay Verma is here. He is asking, sir, medicine, anatomy, physiology, it's not done, right? So what to do, sir?
सर फर्स्ट थिंग आई वुड से कि जितने सब्जेक्ट आपको अच्छे से आते लेट्स से एनी एवरीवन कैन नॉट बी गुड इक्वली गुड इन ऑल सब्जेक्ट्स सो देयर विल बी सम वीकर एरियाज डेफिनेटली विल बी देयर and whatever is the weaker subject maybe one two let's say there are two subjects for example medicine or there is one more anatomy that is weaker subject then what you can do is as Sandeep sir rightly said identify some core areas from where the repeatedly the question is coming. And then what you do is every day spare 30 minutes for medicine, every day 30 minutes for anatomy. Any XYZ subject, maybe medicine anatomy, it may be microbiochem, it may be any two subjects. And जितना वो 30 मिनट्स में होता जाएगा एक महीने में जितना होना होगा उतना हो जाएगा. And instead of going completely blank, that will give you a good chance. And because you will be covering the high yield topic, and that is going to be that is not going to be sufficient, but at least that will give you a good chance. You will not feel left alone in the exam. नहीं तो क्या होता है ऐसा लगता है जो नहीं पढ़ के जाते वही बार बार पूछा जा रहा है एग्जाम में and we lose the momentum there.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. So Dr. Rajiv, sir,
Yeah.
so some students are asking, sir, we have been scoring only in between 120 to 130. So like, is it possible that we can pass the exam?
That only God knows. Actually, I cannot. I never say that you know anybody scoring 190 also 200 also still has a doubt about that. So if you ask me, can we bridge the gap in these 30 days? Yes, you can bridge the gap if you follow the strategies what faculties have been saying, that you know, do not go overboard with the subject which you're weak at now, and do not neglect those subjects you've done very nicely also. So you must be revising the critical data points of those subjects which you've done already. And as Priyansh is saying and Sandeep is saying, that you know, keep 1 hour exclusive for those subjects which are really weak at. So I would say, you know, 1 to 2 hours in the morning, just run around after your the weakest subject, but the remaining part of the day keep it for the revision. Few advices I would have definitely followed if I would have been given exam in 30 days. Number one, I'll definitely start sleeping now at one time and get up at one time. So sleep cycle is all about neurotransmitters. It won't be set in the last 10 days only. So it's a high time. You should start sleeping at particular time only and get up at, don't get like I am studying till 4 o'clock in the morning and next day you sleep at 12 midnight. It's not a really good idea, honestly speaking. So next day you're lethargic, and your super active time will be 6:30 a.m. onward on the 26th July. So let's set a sleep cycle now accordingly. Number one. Number two, every day, please solve minimum 100 questions. When I say 100 questions, don't do random questions. Make a set of 50 each. Do the 50 question in 35-37 minutes. And after that, you review all those questions from your notes. Notes are the basic pillars you have. And always go refer them. Until as data is not there, you can see the app explanations also. And the third thing I would say is that, this is a time when the anxiety gets at the peak. And Sandeep rightly said that, if you're not anxious, we are anxious actually. To be very honest, that you're not anxious means that, really taking it very easy like that. So any exam process will be having certain amount of anxiety, and anxiety can be used in two ways: to sabotage your preparation, or to take that as a stimulus to do more hard work in the remaining days. Oh, I'm really concerned about my, life, and I'm concerned about this examination. I must be studying really hard for that. So at least I think Nadeem sir would also agree that all of four of us, if we four will be appearing in FMG examination, I think we'll be studying around, like 11 to 12 hours every day. So that is the thing, because this is a time we can see the data which you collected in all these months now. So it's not time to really, like feel anxious. See, the easiest thing would be, I am feeling scared because my score was 120, and to feel low about it, take a pillow, take a good sheet, and then switch on the AC and sleep. Because I'm feeling low, let's enjoy that low feeling. And next day, now start feeling guilty. And now I'm feeling guilty. Why did I waste yesterday? Now spoil one more day, actually. This low feeling and guilt feeling cycle will continue forever, and the exam will come. And I think we are smart chaps now. All of the, not just the exam, anything like that, you have to handle your own brain actually. So this is a time when you can say yourself very, confidently, I'll put my level best performance in the last 30 days, my level best. My medicine is weak, my anatomy is weak, my score is 120 or 136 or 146. I'm a repeater, but still I have like some lacuna in my preparation. In spite of all that, I will put my best show in the last 30 days. And when I say best show, means that I would not really neglect my strongholds now, but I revise them quickly. I will not really ignore my moderately prepared subjects also. And I will definitely, give them appropriate time. And I will keep my, mornings fixed for the tougher subjects. And my dear friend, I'm very, very happy to share with you, like all our faculty member team in doctorals, we are bringing to you because every student wants to ask every faculty, what are the most, likely question, most important questions which you are expecting on July 2026, and we call it MIQ series. It's like most important question. Like Priyansh will be knowing that, like what CVS question are more likely, or Sandeep sir will be knowing like, like what are the question likely to ask in neonatology this time, like that. So I think every student who is really serious about the examination would like to hear from all these, like stalwarts in the fields, what are the expected questions, most important questions from their angle for the respective subject. So all our stalwarts in the various subjects are coming to you with first of all a question paper which you solve a day before, followed by the discussion on YouTube of all those questions, why that answer was correct and why the other were not correct, and the relevant revision of those points also. And we are sharing the schedule also, and it ends with one grand test, and I think it's on 13th of July, which is like 10 days almost before your examination. So we all will invite you to be a part of this MIQ series, which is now season 2. And I'm very happy to share that the MIQ series 1, season 1 last time, we had a wonderful hit rate also. A lot of questions were already discussed in this session. So why not really make this? It's not a very lengthy discussion. You can reserve your like sometime in the evening to see this YouTube discussion after attending the paper, and I'm sure it will add the value to your preparation. So that's what we are really, really very much hopeful that we all work together and you pass the exam with a decent score. Nadeem sir.
Yes, sir. Okay, sir. Very well explained, sir. So I'm sure so many students have got their answer. Like, see, all these students who have been scoring in between 120 to 130. See, even if you have been scoring 120 marks, now what I suggest you, see, dekho, like in last days of preparation, athletes do extra push-ups, right? Now, so now actually this is the most important phase of your life, right? So every day I expect you to be very, very active, and you have to be the most hardworking person in the room, at least for 14 to 15 hours. ठीक है 6-7 hours सो यार sleeping is most important thing right now, sleep and diet. ठीक है after that 14 to 15 hours. ठीक है see now for next 1 month, see if you will be studying for 14 to 15 hours, so don't you think like every day you can add 1 extra mark, and after 30 days 120 plus 30 150 हो जाएगा है doable है right? So like see here, like every time you should be expecting for best actually, and 1 month is there, yes, you can turn the table around in last 1 month, right? So Dr. Sandeep sir, sir, one question actually so many students have been asking, they are writing in their chat box ki sir, what should be the most important subjects for last 1 month?
Sir, that will vary from person to person, but number one, students, if they have not touched upon anything, next 2 weeks try to touch upon them, maybe 10 to 15 important topics. There is a rule students can follow. Suppose I have not touched, a couple of them have written, I have not done biochemistry, I have not done pathology. Pathology, biochemistry, both are very, very important subjects for FMGE. But imagine, if, just let's suppose they have not done pathology. So what they can do, a small practice. They can open the papers from 2021 till 2024. Look at the pathology topics, and any topic which has been asked 2 times or more than 2 times is your high yielding topic. You will find a pattern emerging. Then you write down those topics, pick up a quick revision program if you are a subscriber of DocTutorials. If not, you have done some offline coaching or following an online platform. only those 15-20 topics which you have identified, you do them from the theory. Then from 18 to 24, you finish off with the MCQ part. And then 2 weeks later, just do another reading, fast reading, along with looking at the wrongly marked question. What it will do is it will make sure that your weak area, untouched area is in a battle mode. You are in a much better position to mark it. Number two, there are certain areas which are traditionally scoring. See, exam pattern changes every year, but there are 6 or 7 subjects which are scoring, and you need to pay a bit more attention to them. I'll start with biochemistry. Biochemistry is more scoring compared to physiology. I know many of my physiology faculty friends will be, not very happy listening to this, but that's a fact. So biochemistry is more scoring in FMGE traditionally compared to physiology. So biochemistry is one. Priyank sir can talk more about it better. Medicine is endless, but again, how to tackle medicine is something Priyank sir can talk about better. Third thing, pathology. Pathology, extremely important. And systemic pathology, we have a tendency to ignore. Please focus a bit on systemic pathology because a lot of integration is happening in every competitive exam. Apart from that, classification of drugs, particularly CNS drugs in pharmacology, is important. My subject is scoring. Traditionally, last 3 or 4 papers, a lot of questions from pediatrics are being asked. PSM, Obs Gynae, Rajiv sir's subject, ENT, limited topics, but high strike rate you get in these exams. Dermatology is another subject, radiology is another subject you can definitely focus on. So eventually you have to identify what are my weak areas, what are my untouched areas, maybe pay 20-30% weightage to that, do a revision of those. Apart from that, the subjects I said, traditionally they are your more scoring areas compared to the other subject. Again, at the same time, I'm not saying that you should not read the other subjects, but generally these are the areas, if they are untouched, there is sufficient time for you to pick up something and do them in a proper way. Over to you, sir.
Yes, okay. Thank you, sir. Dr. Priyan, sir, so many students are asking about medicine, because this is a vast subject. So how to tackle medicine in last 1 month?
Sir, अगर आपने पहले से, if you have already did it, you have attended the classes or from videos or from wherever you were doing, we need to spare time. It takes time. It's not going to be easy. So what you do is, don't try, just not medicine, in every subject. Don't try to think that कि मेरे को ये याद हो रहा है कि नहीं हो रहा है, कि whether I will be able to retain it not. Just read it, flip the page, go to the next page. Because the fast you do this, the fast you complete, and the fast you come back. Because the more time you will see, there is more chance of retention. Rather, doing one slow revision is not going to be good. So what I would suggest is, just not medicine, divide these 30 days into 3 parts: 20 days, 7 days, and 3 days. In the 20 days, do your first revision. Identify the strongest subject first. Let's say, for example, for me, for example, 19 subjects, every subject can't be good. So, for example, 2 subjects I am very weak, 12 subjects I am good, 5 subjects I am okay, okay. What I will do is, I will start with my strongest and the smallest subject. So that जो, because मेरा strong है और मेरे को छोटा भी है वो subject, तो it will be revised very fast. I will quickly flip the pages and I will just emphasize on the points where the teacher has said कि यार ये बहुत important है, ये बहुत important है, उसको थोड़ा सा और ध्यान से देख लिया, and I flip the page, then I read, then I flip the page. And because I started with small and easy subjects, so the subject will complete very fast, and that will give me a motivation कि यार मेरे 3 subjects हो गए, 5 हो गए, 7 हो गए, because the number matters. The moment you touch to 12 subjects, then your speed will slow down. But try to do the first 17 subjects reading in the first 20 days. The remaining 2 subjects, as we have said कि 2 subjects सबके कोई ना कोई weak होते हैं, let's spare 30 minutes each for these 2 subjects till the exam date. So technically हमें 17 subjects ही पढ़ रहे हैं हम, 2 subject हमने 30-30 मिनट करके खत्म कर लिए. The remaining 17 we have divided into 2 parts, 12 plus 5, and the first revision will complete in 20 days. I know that it might look difficult, but if you start flipping the pages, not thinking that कि मेरे को याद रहेगा नहीं रहेगा, then definitely it will be able to happen. Then the next 7 days, again we have to repeat the cycle. It is going to be little difficult, but we'll try to complete as much as possible out of those 17 subjects, again the second reading. And in the last 3 days, at least I will try to cover the notes again for maybe 6, 7, 8, 9 or 10 subjects, as many as possible. Because just imagine that the day before exam, if you have opened biochem, if you have opened pediatrics, ENT, PSM, gynae, just flip the pages. The next day when you will see the on the computer screen the same question which has came from the notes which you have just last night you have seen, that is giving you a lot of boost there in the exam कि यार ये short सही है, कल ही देखा मैंने, ये वहां पे लिखा हुआ है, इस कॉर्नर में लिखा हुआ है, मैंने सर्कल भी किया हुआ है. And that momentum is going to be very important in the exam. So let's divide these days into three part, 27 and 3, and let's try to flip the pages. Now coming to the MCQ part, every day, as the one said, try to spare at least 2 blocks, maybe somewhere in the morning time when you are going to have your exam time. Those particular time slots, let's do 2 slots of 50-50 questions at that time. Preferably the subjects which you have read. जैसे मैंने मान लीजिए आज मैंने ENT पढ़ा, तो tomorrow I will do the MCQ of ENT, or maybe today itself when I complete my ENT I will do the MCQ. Because after reading the notes, if I will do the MCQ, it will be faster. I will get an idea also कि मेरे को कुछ याद रह रहा है कि कैसा हो रहा है, what kind of question is coming, and how, whether the way I am reading, is it correct or not. So that will give you the assessment instantly, and that will be a faster way also. And the last particularly 3 days are going to be very crucial, because जो हम तुरंत देखते हैं यार वो याद भी रहने के चांसेस ज्यादा है ना. तो लास्ट डे पर्टिकुलरली डोंट वेस्ट थिंकिंग कि यार मैं 5 बजे पढ़ना बंद कर दूंगा एंड देन द आई विल गो टू बेड, आई विल स्लीप एंड विल गो फ्रेश. ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. यू रीड टिल 6, 7, 8, नो प्रॉब्लम इन दैट थिंग, देन हैव अ मील एंड देन यू गो टू बेड. बट द लास्ट डे ट्राई टू फ्लिप एज मेनी एज पेजेस पॉसिबल. इट्स गोइंग टू गिव यू अ वेरी हाई चांस, बिकॉज बहुत सारे क्वेश्चन डायरेक्ट उठ उठ के आएंगे ना. देन that will help you in getting that momentum in the exam.
Okay, sir. Well said, sir. Sir, Rajiv, sir. So many
Yeah.
students actually they're asking the same question कि सर जब भी मैं मॉक एग्जाम लिखता हूँ या क्वेश्चन लिखता हूँ, 2 ऑप्शंस में कंफ्यूज हो जाता हूँ, और जो मैंने याद किया है वो सब मैं भूल रहा हूँ. तो हाउ टू रिटेन ऑल दिस एंड द एमसीक्यू प्रैक्टिस मुझे कैसे करना चाहिए?
My dear friends, whenever I see the patient in the OPD, I do not have one diagnosis in my mind actually. There's always one more diagnosis running parallel in my mind. If a doctor who is into practice for last many years would have 2 diagnoses in mind, the student will also have 2 questions. But the problem is, we're coming from the backdrop of physics, chemistry, biology. Physics always had one answer only. And like bryophyte, pteridophytes, gymnosperm, the definite things. Unfortunately, medical science is fluid actually. Those they say it's bound by rules, but there are no rules in medicine actually. It. Like, the exception. But then there are core features. Like they might write 1 kilometer long question. Now the problem is, the moment we see 1 kilometer long question, we start feeling anxiety over there. Like, how would I solve it? Like a child comes like this position, that situation, that. But there is a very typical word over there, red currant jelly stools. But my heart is saying interception. But my brain is saying, no, my dear friend, he has given such a huge 1 kilometer long question. Maybe there is another differential diagnosis which I must think about, because you know what, you are not sure about this thing. But the problem is, common things are asked commonly and rare things are asked rarely. First you mark interception and you are doing good actually, but then suddenly you become a gastrosurgeon, a neurosurgeon, and then you change the choice to ischemic colitis or something very fancy over there. And let me tell you from my personal experience too, when you change the answers after when you review the question, most of the time you mark common thing as rare and you lose the marks there. Stick to the common diagnosis, because in a story written in 20 lines, there are definitely hero, heroine, and villain. Just identify them and write the name of the movie over there. Don't go for paraphernalia too much actually. See, we want to make questions in an ornamental manner, but please go with the common diagnosis. Do not worry about it. Maybe you lose one or 2 points, but you get a lot of points over there. And don't change answers. If there is a blackish ulcerative lesion on the skin of the nose, it is basal cell carcinoma. But suddenly, your cosmetologist, dermatologist will erupt from within you and you will review the question in last 10 minutes, and you change the answer now to malignant melanoma. Why you did that? Why you did that? You know why? Because you always thought maybe the color is different. Actually, neither the images will be same as given in your classes, nor the question will be same as discussed in the test paper also. After 100 questions, let me be very clear with you, and will be brutally clear with you. Actually, I'm sorry, because each one of us wants you to pass exam. To pass exam, know the paper to crack the paper. Don't say, I'm not here to kind of everything will be sorted like that. No, I will not say that. 100 question will be like a quick walk. Like, this enzyme is deficient. Tell us the name of enzyme. You won't have any problem. Don't be in a hurry to answer those questions actually. But the type B question, the where you are getting stuck in one A and D and B and C, there are few rules. Number one, शब्दों में मत जाइए, भावनाओं को भावनाओं से मिलने दीजिए. Don't go on each and every word written by the examiner. Try to crack the story. Try to crack the clinical vignette and go with the most common diagnosis possible in that scenario. Use that. Please understand that. Number two, don't match images to images also. It won't happen. Images of the exam are always atypical, not that much typical actually, which we show in the classes actually. You must be remembering the last time image of type 3 tympanoplasty. It is a horribly drawn, like image, hand-drawn image actually. But he was showing Stapes touch with the graft. You know the answer type 3. At that time, don't over dissect it. My only suggestion would be that. And before I conclude this part, I must tell you everything, guys. In all my clarity and honesty in my heart, I must tell you, sufficient enough to pass examination. Remember it. Whatever you're knowing today is sufficient to pass the exam. Now, these 30 days can, as Nadeem sir very rightly said, it can add few more marks to your final outcome actually. You have sufficient knowledge to pass the examination. Only thing you should do is now invest every day properly to revise as much content as possible. And do not harp on your weaknesses now. It's a time to really, make sure that you revise your strongholds and little bit work on the selective questions or topics from your weaker areas. But I would definitely like to tell you this thing. आप पास होने के बहुत पास हैं. I know in your heart you say, Rajiv, we do not know a lot of stuff. Nobody knows a lot about medical science, I'm telling you. Even if you prepare for this exam 5 years more, on the exam day, examiner would be sounding much more intelligent as compared to you. Who are the examiners, by the way? The examiners are teachers of your teachers. Who are the examiners? Please understand. They are teachers of your teachers. They have taught us. So, and they know where the students fumble. They know where the students change choices from common to rare. And that's how they design the questions also. Because सास भी कभी बहू थी. सास भी कभी बहू थी ना. They also appeared in exam sometime. You know it ना. Just don't fall into that trap. अगर आपने इसको ग्रिप में कर लिया ना बच्चे, believe me, हम पास होने के और पास पहुंच जाएंगे. But एक बात याद रखना, whatever you know till today, and you have got sufficient knowledge to pass exam, 150 out of 300 without negative marking, doable exam. Only thing required now is number one, a little bit, like more dedication. As Nadeem rightly told that, 12 घंटे 13 घंटे पढ़ना होता है. इसके लिए motivation चाहिए तुम्हें. You need motivation for this. If these 30 days will give some meaning to last 60 years of my life, I don't need anyone to tell me that I have to study. I should study. Number two, nobody is fully prepared. I'm also not fully prepared. We always go to the exam like this only. The real warrior is not having all the strengths. Real warrior is someone who knows, in spite of the weaknesses he has, how to play the game well. It's a time for you to play these 30 days properly and execute the knowledge on the exam day properly. So I'll once again tell everyone that please make sure that इस समय कॉन्फिडेंस लूज नहीं करना है, आगे बढ़ना है. लास्ट टाइम नहीं हुआ था, इस बार हो जाएगा. Who are the good repeaters who do not repeat the same mistakes? Keep on moving forward. हो जाएगा. ऐसे ही होता है, सबका होता है, हमारा भी हो जाएगा. Nobody is like 100% prepared. I'm good in some subjects, weak in some. My friend is maybe he's doing some subject better than I do. It's okay, no problem. I will be attempting the paper properly to score as much as possible out of the current knowledge I have. So, guys, prepare well, revise well, be smart, and be structured, dedicated, and stay hopeful and prayerful in these 30 days. Nadeem, sir.
Nice, sir. So many answers you have given, sir. Sir, संदीप सर, कुछ स्टूडेंट्स का कि सर लास्ट 1 मंथ को हाउ टू प्लान, मतलब जो लास्ट 1 मंथ में हाउ मेनी रिविजन्स आर नीडेड?
Sir, more than how many revisions should be done, I think it all comes down to how much time students have. Unfortunately, we don't have much time available. So you can't read, first of all, don't read cover to cover. 50% time devoted to the subjects you have not touched in the last 1 to 2 months, or the subjects which you feel are weak, or subjects which are you have identified through giving grand tests that I am not consistently scoring. So 50% time, theory plus MCQ, should be devoted towards that, and 50% time should be devoted towards those subjects which you have done, you are scoring well, but you don't want to take that risk that I am not touching it, and so this subject is now going to become weak. Because end of the day, you have to take all the 19 subjects together. It is going to be tough. So there are few things, if I'm a student, I would try to say to myself. Self talking is very, very important. So when you are reading one subject, you will feel, if I'm reading medicine, I would feel, oh, my surgery is weak. Then you start reading surgery, then you would start thinking my OBG is weak. You need to understand that you can't read all 19 subjects in a day. Something you are reading is going into your brain. So you need to trust your brain, number one. Number two, people say, sir, I start thinking that, I keep forgetting the things. It is not going to be a theory paper where you will have to, write 10 drugs which are useful in management of CCF. They're not going to put a question like that. Question will be there, answer will be there. 4 out of those 4 options, if you have read at least once or twice and revised it close to the exam, you will be able to mark correctly. So you have to trust yourself, you have to trust the process. In the last 4 weeks, coming to what sir said, I will take out the last 7 days and keep it separate. Last 7 days is for topics, things untouched, frequently asked but frequently forgotten things like Brinkel-Arch derivatives, cephalosporin classification, like in development milestone. Sometimes you don't get a question on milestone, sometimes you get 2 to 3 questions from milestone. So if a question comes, am I in a position to do it well? So those topics should be devoted towards and PYQs should be done in the last 7 days. Remaining 3 weeks that you have, in those 3 weeks, try to do one quick revision of all the subjects in about 15 to 16 days and another quick reading in 7 days. It is not the amount of time that you are spending, it is how many things you are able to see with your eyes that is going to matter. You read only once versus you read fastly, but you read it twice. The person reading twice will have a better strike rate when it comes to the exam. So it is very important. One GT every 7 days, one quick reading of all the subjects with 10 to 20% more weightage towards the weaker areas compared to the stronger areas. And as Priyansh sir also said, take out 30 minutes or 1 hour per day consistently separate for something which you are very weak in, something you have not touched before, and do the quick revision program or rapid revision thing in that particular subject. So that by the time your 3 weeks are done, you are done with almost, at least once. And some students who are fast readers, they have done at least twice, seen the topics, and then the problem areas or high yielding things one can focus in the last 7 days. That's my take, and that is what is doable. You can't do more than this, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So well said, sir. Sir, Dr. Priyank, sir, I think, sir, we have answered so many questions. Last few words from your side, sir, कि लास्ट में जो है लास्ट का 10 days सर वो कैसे मैनेज करना चाहिए, और मतलब जैसे बेस्ट क्या होना चाहिए आपकी तरफ से सजेशन, सर? So I think almost all the queries are almost answered. Yes, sir.
Last 10 days, don't run for some new content, some fancy contents that मैं वहां से ये कर लेता हूँ, वहां से वो वीडियो देख लेता हूँ. See, the gold is already with you. It is your notes which you have seen multiple times. That is the best resource which you have already seen. Try to flip as many pages as possible in these last 10 days. Divide those 10 days into 2 parts, 7 and 3. In the first 7 days, try to do almost all your notes at least once, very quickly, very quickly. I'm not saying that thinking that मेरे को याद होगा नहीं होगा, सब याद रह जाएगा. Don't worry, you have done so much of the things. And as Dhawan sir rightly said कि यार आज भी आपको इतना आता है that you can easily clear the exam provided we have the correct mindset. So let's keep that mindset very correct, that yes, we are going to pass the exam. We already know the stuff. It is just that we need to control our nerves during those precious 7-8 hours of the exam, and if we will be able to do that, the things will be very smooth. There will be many difficult question, out of the box question. Don't worry about them, but what is important is the easy questions which you are looking at. So unko galti nahi karna yaar, those silly mistakes should not be done, right? So uh, focus on that area, and eat well, sleep well, do some light exercise in the morning, 10-15 minutes every day. That will not make you feel sleepy, because many of you are saying कि दिन भर नींद ही आती रहती है, because there are so many things are going in your head. आप गायनी खोलने पर चालू करते हो, फिर याद आता है कि फिजियो मैंने 10 दिन से नहीं खोला, वो पढ़ लेता हूँ, फिर वहां चला जाता हूँ, फिर ये कर लेता हूँ, एंड नथिंग वी सी, कितनी भी कोशिश कर ले, समथिंग और अदर थिंग विल बी लेफ्ट, राइट? सो लेट इट बी देयर. जो अभी पढ़ रहे, लेट्स फोकस ऑन दैट, लेट्स डू इट वेरी क्विकली. फटाफट फटाफट पढ़ेंगे. द यू डोंट गिव the time to your brain to think on some weird ideas, some shortcut plans. Let's keep the goal with you. That is your notes. Focus on that, and definitely you are going to make it happen. Nadeem sir.
संदीप सर, एक
Yes,
स्टूडेंट
sir.
बार बार एक सवाल पूछ रहे हैं कि MIQ से कितने क्वेश्चंस आएंगे?
Sir, MIQ से कितने आएंगे, sir? This is something students will be telling us in the recall. This is something we cannot predict. We are not astrologers, and we are not into betting business. We are doctors, we are teachers, and we are medicos. So let's stick to our work. The way we have created this MIQ series is, I'll tell you the thought process behind it. It's a season 2 now. So season 1 also, whatever happened, we are continuing the same principle in season 2. So it is going to be free for everyone. I'll be discussing 15 to 20 questions. Every question will cater to one important aspect, and we will try to cover the previously asked topics in a MCQ oriented manner. So I'll give an example. Like, there will be a question, say from, I'm not saying it will be there, but say a question from measles. Then I will tell you why this is the answer and why others are not the correct answer in 2 minutes. And then what are the key points related to measles you should know from exam perspective. I will tell 7 or 8 points. These 7 or 8 points will be either previously asked one-liners or topics which can be repeated in the future. So you listen to that 5-minute part, your measles revision is done. It will act as a revision tool also, and if you were planning to skip out measles, it will make sure that you remember measles. Similarly, Nadeem sir will be doing something in psychiatry, Priyansh sir will be taking up similar subjects of his subject. So the aim is that everyone, whatever preparation you are doing, if you just solve these questions with us and then you listen to the discussion and just revise these points again, you are minimizing chances of silly mistakes. Your accuracy rate is rising. So our principle is, our aim is to increase your accuracy through most important question. We are not predicting, we are predicting based upon previous year topics. So it's our effort to make you revise if you are not revising it properly. That's the whole point, sir.
Yes, sir. See, Dr. DK, you are asking, I mean, topic से लास्ट टाइम का जो रिव्यू है जो इसका MIQ का ना, तो अप्रोक्सीमेटली 60 to 70% जो सेम टॉपिक से, लाइक दिस वाज एक्चुअली वेरी हिट, लाइक लाइक सी आफ्टर द रिजल्ट सो मेनी स्टूडेंट्स सेड कि MIQ series were like very much supportive for all these students, so you can trust here, right? Okay, fine. Dr. Pri also same thing, right? 60 to 70% topics will be same. See, overall, what I suggest you, like at the last, most important subjects will always be surgery, obs gynae, PSM, and pathology. After that, ENT, optha, pedia, and forensic medicine. सबसे ज्यादा क्वेश्चन यहीं से बनेंगे, राइट? सी आफ्टर दैट जो मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट सब्जेक्ट है मेडिसिन, वो सी लाइक इन दिस in one go you cannot revise complete medicine. So रोज के लिए what I suggest all the students, every day 1 to 2 hours you can keep for medicine. ठीक है? Overall what kind of exam will be there? See, I suggest you कि 60% questions will be clinically integrated. After that, 30% question will be one-liner or fact-based. Means you can expect कि 60 to 70 questions will be one-liner. Hardly 70, 80 max. See, last exam में कैसा था कि 240 questions were clinically integrated. So this time we can expect कि minimum 200 questions will be clinically integrated. 60 to 70 questions will be one-liner, and approximately 25 to 30 questions will be image-based question. Remember, 60 to 70% questions will always be doable. ये fact है. See, minimum 170 to 180 questions when you will be solving in the real exam. No, you will be able to recall, मैंने ये पढ़ा है, मैंने कहीं ना कहीं solve कर रखा है, वो आपने already पढ़ रखा है. See, students do not fail because they are doing mistake in the most difficult questions. No, students get failed because they are doing mistake in easy questions. Easy question जो आपको आ रहा था, उसमें गलती नहीं करना आपने. Right? So overall, I feel that we have answered like all of your queries. So I think for last few words from Dr. Sandeep sir.
Sir, I'll just say, keep it simple. Revise the way we advised all of you, and do give the MIQ series. Try to give the exam one day prior. It will be free for all. And then next day, just take out 1.5 hour. We'll keep it short, 1.5 to 2 hour session. Try to attend live and see how many you got wrong. And then the session recorded portion will go up. When you get time, when you are revising that particular subject, any additional thing you find, any correction you have to do it in your notes. Apart from that, one GT every week, and try to do one quick reading of selected topics, but all 19 subject in the next 2 to 3 weeks. And I think you are good to go. End of the day, expected things are going to be asked. End of the day, there will be PYQs, there will be PYTs. Some subjects will be tough, but equally there will be some subjects which will be easy. It's like, playing against Jasprit Bumrah. You try to save your wicket, but then you have other bowlers who are not in the same league. If you're an opposition player, you try to attack the other players. So it's the same. Everyone will have some weak area. You just try to do the maximum you can in that subject, but in a heavily scoring area or an easy subject, you have to score heavily. So try to touch every subject in the next 2 or 3 weeks. That is the only advice I can give. And finally, sir, Priyansh sir, anything from you, sir?
Yes, rightly said, sir. And बाकी तो सब ऊपर वाला देख ही लेगा यार. आपने खूब मेहनत की है, बस इसी को कंटिन्यू करो. द लास्ट 4-5 months what you were doing, let's continue this. And there is nothing called as perfect. There is nothing time which is going to be enough for us. Anything, something has to be left alone, so let it be there. And after, at the end, it's just an exam and you are going to make it happen. But just control your nerves. आप जो कर रहे हैं वो करते रहिए. नई नई चीजें ट्राई मत करिए. ये वो the gold is your notes. Focus on that. But whatever is very weak areas जो आपको बिल्कुल नहीं आता subject, yes, definitely for that, if you have not attended anything, any videos or anything, yes, you can try something. But other than that, let's keep your notes at the first priority.
Yes, everyone. So I think we have answered all your queries. So देखो short subjects कुछ लोग लिख रहे हो. देखो most important जो subjects है which I explained कि surgery, obs, gynae, PSM, patho, ENT, pedia, optha, फिर उस पर forensic. Don't leave any short subjects. Short subjects will be having more accuracy than the bigger subjects. See, all those big subjects will be having maximum questions. All short subjects will be having your winning question. जो उसमें क्या है ना, शॉर्ट सब्जेक्ट्स में जो आपके मिस्टेक के चांसेस बहुत ही कम होते हैं, राइट? फाइन. सो at last I wish you all the best, and last 1 month is there, so do your best. Like, this should be your do or die situation. After 1 month we should not be meeting as a faculty and a student in the classroom of FMG. We should be meeting in NEET PG classroom. Okay, we should be meeting in hospital, hopefully. So do your best. 1 month, last 1 month should be your best 1 month. I wish you all the best, and thank you so much. And one more information, like DocTutorial, I think they have started one important series, that MIQ series. All of you should be attempting all those questions like on daily basis. There will be exam. After that, one more series is there which you can join there, like all hit sessions, right? Hit sessions. This is the rapid division of all 19 subjects. So this will be available for 1 month with soft copies, right? So you can ask the management there. Right. Yeah. This is about the HIT plan. So 1 month plan is available there. So this is there for the support. So this you can do in the last 1 month. Okay. So thank you so much. Last few words, sir.
I think, sir, we have covered most of the things. So,
Yes.
if there are any more doubts, students can always post in the comment section, and
Yes.
we'll try our best to connect again and take up your doubts. And individually, also, you're all. I'm quite sure you are all very fond of Nadeem sir, Rajiv sir, Priyansh sir. You are connected with all of us, so you are most welcome to ask any doubts related to subject. But end of the day, don't try to do too many things. Don't try to do too many fancy things. Simple things, expected things. Get that precision, you will crack the exam. Simple thing.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you. Good night, sir.
Good night, sir.
Yes, everyone. Thank you so much and all the best. Thank you so much.